This shit gotta get addressed, my nigga. Did you rap, my nigga?
No. I did my homework on you, nigga. You a street nigga, you put your work in. If a nigga say he been locked up or a nigga say he shot a nigga, man, that's all negativity.
I'm redirecting the traffic. Fuck you. Respect.
Whoa, what do you mean?
No. It's recording right now, but anything that needs to be taken out, be taken out. Throw the vest in the back so that shit don't get picked up.
Yeah,
the vest right there.
I got you, man. I always got you.
That's a whole fact.
I'm lying.
I just said that's a fact.
I want the OD on that one. Come on, let's get excited, nigga. Feel good.
We good? Everybody good?
We great, baby.
Yeah. We got nature in this motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'm ecstatic. This is dope for me.
Yeah.
We was talking like, I guess you would call it pre-production, right? And he was mentioning how rap has taken him to some dope places and have met some dope ass people. And I'm like, niggas met you.
So Pawn Self.
What's up?
Pawn Self. So I gotta do this, right?
What's up?
When it comes to like certain dudes, like artists like Nature, I want to do it like this. Let me get this one, bro.
Go ahead.
Right now, right? This is an honor for Drive-Bys to have this particular man riding shotgun. This particular man, right, is probably on a few or a couple of the most pivotal records in hip hop for the golden era. This particular man right here was once considered like one of the biggest problems of new wave MCs to come at this particular time in that era. This particular artist was like, you had Nas, you had myself, of course, you know, Mobb Deep, you had Mega, but this particular artist was like the next coming. Everyone knew once they heard him that he was the next coming, right? And this particular artist I'm talking about has always showed respect for what came before him, but at the same time, let everybody know that he was not playing no games. This particular man who I'm talking about is one of the first to incorporate sport punchlines and bars in his verses, right?
That's a whole fact.
That's a whole fact. Smooth, innovative, very laid back, but very aggressive with his lyrical delivery and his approach. And this particular artist, I'm so proud to say, is Nature. Yo.
Yeah.
Nature.
What it is,
What's
boy?
goody bop, man? What's goody bop, man?
Chillin', nigga.
Yeah, let's get to it, man.
Yeah.
Good to have you
here.
We here, baby.
I wanted to say, like I was, you had said that it was dope that this shit brought you to meet so many dope people, right?
Yeah.
And I had said, kind of cut you off, like fuck that. Like niggas met you. You know what I'm saying? I want to start off with like you touching up on something that you said, with Spreewell when you went to Spreewell's house.
Yeah.
Because one of the verse that everybody's like that's like iconic for you is when you talked about the Spreewell bar that he referenced.
Banned from TV.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Shit, we
Talk about that experience.
We love Spreewell. Shout out to my man John Wallace. John Wallace, we used to be on the Knicks and shit. You know what I'm saying? John Wallace helped me out with my second project and shit. You know what I mean? He helped put shit together.
When you say help you out, like he invested?
Yeah, he invested.
So wait a minute, you had John Wallace invest in your album?
Yes.
Wow, that's big.
Yeah. So shout out to J-Dub. But one of the times that we used to go from the hood to the nigga crib and shit. We used to drive, go check the nigga and shit. But at this time, he was like on his way out the league.
Okay.
Well, yeah, because you know what I mean. I guess once you a Nick, you always.
Now, I was about to say, now you
always Nick. You know what I'm saying? So on this day, we was driving around and we went to the nigga Spreewell crib, and I'm like playing it cool and shit. I'm like, oh, where are we actually going to the nigga's crib? Yeah, to the nigga crib and shit. He came to the door. When he came to the door, he was like, when he told him that he was with me, because you know when you come to a nigga crib, you gotta be like, yo, I'm with somebody.
Yeah, I need some type of heads up.
Word is born. So he's like, yo, man, Nate. And so he was like, yo, you got Nature with you? Oh shit! And I'm sitting there like, word. I didn't realize that, you know what I mean? I know that, you know, music is big and shit like that and niggas listen, but sometimes, I don't know, I just be forgetting sometimes that, like, I don't know. But we actually at the nigga crib and we was in the nigga crib and fucking playing fucking Madden and smoking bud just like regular niggas in the hood and shit. I'm like, wow, this is crazy. He's showing me around. I'm like, wow, this is unbelievable. But shit like that, it's like, that's just only one experience.
Was that your first time meeting him?
Meeting him, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
How was it? Did he mention the verse?
Nah, he didn't mention the verse, but while he was showing me the crib, he was like building a studio in the crib. So I was like, yo, that's dope that it always reverts back to music. Like, you know what I'm saying? No matter what, it's like some of these rich people that's fucking do whatever wind up getting a piano in the house. You know what I'm saying? Or some crazy shit always comes back to the music some kind of way and shit like that. But that shit was dope, you know what I mean?
That verse was iconic for me, right?
Yeah.
I don't when I write, right? I don't always like, for me to like rework somebody's bars, right? It's rare for me. It's obviously we use it like a salute, like nowadays in hip hop, right? There's very few people who I've done that to. Most of the times I do it, it's trash. If I rework a bar, it's usually trash, right? I did that Band from TV shit on the mixtape shit, and it's your verse. That I set it off, and I said, regardless of where I'm doing the show, y'all niggas protest, I run in the stands beating on fans like Artest. But it was really the iconic shit of the sports moment of, you know what I'm saying? The nigga wilding out.
And he pioneered that.
And that's you right there. So like, from coming over here, it seemed like when it come to rap, you don't take yourself that serious. Like you don't be riding yourself.
You make it effortless.
But your shit is iconic, bro.
I mean, shit. I appreciate it, you know what I mean? When I was making these records, that's all I had, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't really like the bang bang shoot 'em up guy that, oh, you know what I mean? I got a whole bunch of bullet wounds and crazy stories and shit like that, you know what I mean? We were coming up in the age of the hustlers, and when the block would be hot, they would go back in the house and, you know, be playing the game and
listening to hip hop.
Yeah, listening to hip hop and
burning it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? That's some real shit. And before that, we was b-boys.
Yeah. You was a b-boy?
Always b-boys. Like,
you was a
break
b-boy?
dancing and fucking trying to do graffiti and shit like that. Hell yeah, that was like in us. It's still like, you know what I mean? A blank piece of paper with your, to this day, you still might try to write your name the way you did it back in the days, or some, you know what I mean? Or draw a character, like some old dumb shit like that. But, and breakdancing and shit like that. So we come from that, you know what I'm saying? Rapping, that shit was always easy, like, you know what I'm saying?
Do you feel, like, I feel...
Shout out to Trash, because Trash just came from the wave that was before, so Trash was a nigga that was like, oh shit. You heard that? Because Trash was a young nigga doing it, so he was like, oh, young.
What's the first verse you remember from him?
Trash? Oh, man, I got the first verse?
Yeah, that impressed you, like...
I don't know. I always been impressed, man. I always been impressed. I'm bad with remembering shit. Don't put me on the spot.
No, but in all actuality though, you're not that bad, because prior, you know, before we actually turned the cameras on, you kind of said the answer to his question, because you actually remembered my demo.
Oh yeah.
You don't have to say the verse verbatim. You know why? I'm gonna keep it Greenberry with you, nigga. I don't remember that verse. Matter of fact, you remembered the song. I forgot I did the song. And you say, yo, I remember you did I Hate 204.
Word.
So that's a song that was on my demo. That never came out. It was about my junior high school. So for him to say that, and like I said earlier, like, he always, for the past 20 some odd years, he's always made that known to me, like, yo, son, man, listen, I always respected you for this. Like you always gave that up. My thing right now is, like, for me, you know, maybe I may be considered, like, to come before you, so, like, you know, that little OG thing is hovers around me. But what I want people to realize is that, you know, respectfully, I'm a fan of you.
Check it out. Check it out. Check it out.
Wow.
This is on my phone. It's not YouTube.
That's in your playlist. That's the first song I ever made.
And all we won.
If you wanna get ill, watch how it's done. We only had and all we won. Ill.
This is on my phone.
That's not YouTube.
It's not YouTube. It's not.
That's in your playlist. Ill. Again, I said ill twice. I said ill, get ill 3 times. Ill.
What?
Go Queensbridge.
This is what inspired me. This is why this is on my playlist in 2019.
This is part of the reason you rap.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
it's
man.
my
Love
pleasure.
you, man. Appreciate
It's
yo,
my pleasure.
So that's part. So that's part of the reason why you was a standout on the firm. I'ma say this shit, and I'm not saying it because you in the car.
My dude, man, this was crazy. This helped shape me. You know what I mean? This was what, you know, we was all at the crossroads of what we could have and would have and should have and whatever.
Major factual.
You know what I'm saying? But this was the one thing that, even though I didn't pursue it, I was good at it. I knew I could do this right here. And I was dope. I knew what dope was thanks to these guys. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate
That's
it.
dope.
That's what that was. You know what I mean?
And respectfully, I gotta say this, like the same way you get that up for me, like I gotta get that up from where I got it from, like Shan. You know what I'm saying? And Kane.
It was all of that. So that's why I was like,
pass it on. We alley-oop this shit.
Yeah. You know
I gotta
what
say this now. I gotta ask you this, man, because you know what? At the end of the day, it's about drive-bys and it's about us, but it's about too what the people want to know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
Anything.
I know for a fact, like, I've seen various interviews on you with, like, you know, Doggy Diamonds. I see you on the Bodega joint. I see you on
I'm
various.
really comfortable with the interviews sometimes to just be like,
Understandable. But for the most part, you know, I want to ask you this, like, how did you come into contact with Nas? Aside from, you know, us being in the hood, from the same hood, you know, there's a lot of dudes that was in the hood that, you know, made music, but Nas didn't necessarily reach for them. What made Nas reach for you?
I guess, you know, we knew who could spit in the hood and shit like that. You start knowing, you know, we know from years and shit like that. But at the time, it wasn't directly interested in me like that. You know what I'm saying? I think what they was building, they had their discrepancies, and you know how the story with that one. And I was the closest thing that could probably fill in that void. Because
now you're talking about the firm situation, right?
Yeah, firm situation and shit like that. Because, you know, it was firm situation, and it was still under the presumption that I was going to be signed to him.
Okay.
So, you know what I mean? So, a lot of the effort in promoting me came with being attached
To him and under him.
You know what I'm saying? So, that's how that went. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna say this.
Who'd you end up signing to as a solo for All Seasons?
Track Masters. So it was like a lot of internal shit between them. Like me supposed to be with
Directly
Nas,
with Nas,
and then
you went with him. So it's
they
kinda
put the
like,
money up first, and you know.
I'm gonna say this. You my man, right? But I'm gonna say this for the sake of journalism, right? And just like I said, you know, on our way here, I'm gonna keep it Greenberry. I'm gonna keep it Greenberry. For the drive-by followers and viewers, because, you know, they fuck with this show because we keep it official. At the same time, you my bro, so I never want to, you know, offend you in any sense. But at the same time, I want to speak honestly with you, right? I'm going to say this.
Hey, are you staying or?
Huh? I'm doing a quick interview, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to be here for a second.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
A few minutes, yeah, well, a little while. All right.
I'm gonna say this, right? Back to it, man. I'm gonna say this, man. Make a long story longer.
What?
I hope Nate, you my bro, man. Can I be honest?
Good.
I'm gonna keep it official with you, right? Now I'm gonna bring this up first. I remember one time, right? We did an interview with Capone Noriega, right? And we was up at Hot 97, I believe. No, we was actually at Red Alert show. And you know, when we was leaving, we ran into Big, rest in peace, Biggie Smalls. I mentioned this too on Doggy Diamond show, but a lot of people ain't know. Biggie, at his prime, wanted to sign Capone as a solo artist, but make him part of Junior Mafia, right? And Pone was hyped about it, but Pone asked me, he was like, yo, you think I should do it? And the way I am, like what we talked about earlier, right? We talked about earlier how we were always kind of like, and me and you were kind of similar in that sense. And when you look at like Beanie Siegel, he kind of mentioned it too in terms of his relation to The Rock. We really looked at it as a family thing. So when Pone asked me that, I didn't look at it from just a business perspective. So I was honest with Pone, and I was like, yo, I ain't gonna front. He could push a button for you right now. I said, but I think you will always live in his shadow, and you won't be recognized for the talent you are as an individual. Now, incidentally, and I'm getting to a point, incidentally,
It ended
up happening, unfortunately for my bro. And that's no shot at Pone. I love Cayenne, but it ended up happening for a lot of different reasons. Him going away and him not, necessarily being, really interested at the time or at times in his career in being a fucking artist. You know what I'm saying? So I say that to say, right, my honest opinion, I think, had you signed with Nas directly, at least from the momentum you was getting, right, things would have went a lot different. At least
in a good way or a bad way?
Look, this is what I'm about to say. At least on a commercial level for you, right? And the reason why I say that, and I'm not trying to hog the interview, because it's all about you right now, bro. But I think things would have went a lot different for you on a commercial level, on a in terms of the market. I mean, the reason why I say that is because, one, Nas, even though he's giving a few alley-oops to dudes, like, he shouted Mega out, and that shit opened the door for Mega on One Love. But his reach to you was a little more extensive, right? And what I've noticed about him, at least in the past, he doesn't necessarily open his lane up for anybody. So to me, like, had you signed with him, right? At least in my opinion, I'm being honest. I ain't gonna sit there and be fake. At least in my opinion, that shit would have did a lot more for you than just signing straight through with Trackmaster.
Why didn't you?
Because just for that reason, I'm not thinking about what it can do for me. I still have so much to say. I'm still from the ground up at this point. I don't really know how to. I'm in the beginning stages of being an artist and not understanding what my capabilities are, how far my reach is. I'm not really understanding. I'm learning how to construct songs, flow,
structure.
pitch, structure, cadence. I'm learning all of this other shit on top of getting a little bit of money and
it's all new.
It's like it's a whirlwind. You know what I'm saying? So you're not thinking about
every best political move
because you still don't have the freedom like how dudes have freedom now, like how everybody can work out of their crib and do all this other stuff. Once I did, I thought it was to the better for me to sign myself to producers who can at least help me shape some kind of a sound.
That makes a lot of sense. But go ahead.
As opposed to the poet who I feel like
It's
I
still
can
shaping his shit.
shaping his shit, and I'm still more like a chameleon too. Like no matter
Yeah.
what's around me, I can catch it.
Adapting,
We can go.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? I'm
Gotcha.
of the same vein. Like, you know what I'm saying? Of course, you're a bigger artist and you know you do certain stuff, but no matter what you around, you put what you around shit, you're gonna smell like shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You put you around gold, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna shine.
Yeah.
I disagree with Trash say about that he feel like it would have went bigger. And only because
Commercially, at least.
no, but I'm
Yeah, but
saying
I still don't even know how to make these records. Like, my records are not really like, I don't have the big hook. I might have these verses that people be like, yeah, I remember you, or
And,
I know you dope,
and not
whatever,
to cut you,
whatever.
only to add on, this is why I understand why you sought it from a production level, right? But you know what, to me, what would have been the perfect situation? And the reason why I say this is because like I really love hip hop, and I love bridge hip hop even more because I have such a relationship to it. What would have been the perfect situation would have been, to me, right? Nas and Trackmasters teaming up on a venture, and you signing through that particular medium.
Yeah, probably, but
Yeah,
that's
that-
the way it was supposed to be. For one ad, it was probably presented that way in the source. It was a double ad. I think it had the Trackmasters and the, you know what I'm saying, Ill Will. But, like you said, like, it was still a lot of shit that's probably, I don't even know what's going on. I'm at the bottom of the totem pole of this. I'm fucking whatever.
Yeah, because
don't
you was literally
understand it,
fresh
man.
off the streets,
I
honestly.
don't understand none
Yeah.
of this shit. You know what I'm saying?
when I look vicariously back, right, in retrospect, artists that Nas signed, right, they didn't. I think he was more worried about being an artist than an executive.
Yeah.
So like Bravehearts and was Quan signed to him? Do you know? I just know
Even
like
if he wasn't, it was the perception was given that he was a Nas,
Nas
artist.
artist,
So I
yeah.
get what you're saying, but even in the sense like
Because it was presented that way, you know what I'm saying? Thanks to DJ Clue. DJ Clue was the one that was like making them tapes and shit, and fucking, and DJ Clue's blowing up and shit, and he's throwing me on the tapes at first and shit, and he got Son on the tape with me and shit. Of course, my Son is talking, popping that firm shit, and he's introducing me to the world. Of course, you would think that I'm going
His
to be
Nas,
right
yeah.
there, like, you know what I'm saying?
that's what I thought. I was actually shocked when it
Because
didn't
it was
fold out like
supposed
that.
to be.
I mean,
I got this question, right? I don't know if this is it is controversial. When Mega got removed from the firm for whatever reason, shit, I don't know why, right? And if that, like, say I was me and I'm salty about it, I'm not gonna have smoke with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna have smoke with the person who removed me from the situation.
get to the
I'm like, why do you think Mega went at you and not Nas for him being removed from the firm?
He went out, son.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Of course. I mean, I'm the next one in line. I don't know whatever. It was just miscommunication back then. You know what I'm saying? I don't even really talk about it, but there's just miscommunication because to this day, it's not like I had beef with him.
You'd have a grievance with him.
Yeah.
So
you know
it
what
kind
I'm
of
saying?
like came out of nowhere.
It's
for you.
different, like if you did something to me,
Yeah.
or you know, what I
Or
mean,
vice versa.
some crazy shit.
But-
yeah, you know what I mean.
But that's basically that's what he's asking, because honestly, that we know that's how the public looks at it, because they're like, yo, if he had a problem with Nas, why you in that nature? And you kind of said that by saying like it came out of nowhere. Y'all ain't have a problem.
Because, man, like you said before, like I'm viewing all of these people, all of these pieces underneath the Queensbridge umbrella, whether I speak to you on a regular basis or not, in my eyes and in my heart, I was viewing as a brother, as a family.
Yeah.
So I'm always approachable to these people.
Yeah.
So no matter what, like
And
I
you
don't
like
have
that
to.
anyway. Yeah, you like that anyway.
I have no reason to out ice grill you or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? My
Yeah.
approach on life is different. Like I don't, you know what I mean? We
Did
all
you-
got our issues and shit
Yeah,
like that,
yeah.
but our bond is music.
So what happened? Why did he go at you? Why did Mega go at you? Why did he send
Did y'all
you
have a
out?
moment? Did you have a moment?
Because honestly, like I said, man, like people want to know why did he go
Them
at you?
records, maybe, you know what I'm saying? Just fucking reckless talk from my part, or I don't know. We just
said
called
some
just
shit?
just the moment,
Whoa,
just the moment.
did
It
you
was
say
just
some
like
shit?
that.
Whoa, or maybe said some shit he could have
took-
took the wrong way.
No, you said
Just
a
like
second the reckless shit you said. So you said something, Adam.
I mean, it was probably some bullshit like somebody feeding you some dumb shit at the same time somebody's feeding probably him some dumb shit.
Yeah.
So there's not really no proof on it. It might
Yeah.
be some spur of
Yeah.
the moment, and you just
And there's a lot of room for
react.
speculation.
That's
I'm gonna say
The
this.
niggas being young.
That's how it is.
I'm gonna say this.
I mean, I don't know how it is. There's not no, because Mega's my nigga, and
Yeah.
you know what I'm
I
saying.
was about to ask you how y'all right now.
and Mega is my nigga, and Mega's somebody who I respect in the music
yeah,
business
you have to
beyond
yeah.
all of the like shit, like because he doesn't worry about nobody. He doesn't need the cosign. He doesn't.
And he
push
carved
it.
his own lane.
Exactly.
That's and I'm gonna say this. Not only to
Shout
add
out to
on.
Mega.
Shout out to Mega. You know, it's no surprise. You know, me and Mega got to a point where there was a misunderstanding between us, and this is why I'm asking you this because I know right now, in the present moment, and that's what really matters. What really matters is the present moment, right? People want to know what happened, but really what counts is the present moment. I know at the present moment, you and Mega don't have no problems, and
It's just stupid shit to me. It's like somebody asking you about a shorty that you used to mess with a long time ago and shit like
Yeah.
that, and you be like, what? Why
Bro,
would
I'm gonna
do
tell you this,
What's
bro.
up with
It's a lot of people out there like go off of stupid shit, and for me at least, me and my bro with this show, it's important for us to set the record straight and at least have some type of clarity. Cause I'm gonna say this, it's no surprise. Me and Mega, we had some issues not too long ago, and I'm grateful. I'm gonna say this. There's no smoke between me and
That shit
Mega.
up though, right?
We cleared it up. That's what I was gonna say, and I'm glad we cleared it up. We ended up getting on the phone. You know, first of all, Mega's family, you know, was family to me. Oogie, rest in peace. You know, that was like, you know, in my time of in being in the streets, you know, that was my crimey. And when he passed, it hurt me and it affected me, and it caused me to say, you know what, it's time for me to get past whatever issues me and Mega thought we had, and at least bring them to the table and see where it's really at. So I say all that to say, like, you know, at the end of the day, I know there's nothing there, but I know that people want to know, and at the same time, even like for me, I'm like, damn, what happened? So now we get past this thing, because, you know, I heard things. I'm in the hood. I hear things from the hood. I heard y'all had a fight on the hill, some crazy shit.
I'm on a different tag.
Yeah, but that's a different time. But then at the same time, I heard, you know, then I hear this record, and Son is going at you, and I'm like, damn, what's going on? And I know the fans is like, yo, you gotta understand how they look.
For better or worse, bro, on some real shit, right? Like, there's mad points in my life, whether streets, shit, professionally, there's mad points in my life that I'm like, yo, that's just a dub, personally, right? But once we step out as public figures, for better or worse, some shit is just attached to your legacy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Me, like I said,
But I always say, like, why is that, right? Is it because I make music? Because if I was a doctor and I had a fight, does it affect the way that I do my patients? You know what I'm saying? If I was a fucking painter and I got into a fucking dispute with somebody, one of my coworkers or somebody, a fellow artist, will it make the fucking paper? You know what I'm saying?
Depending on what type of...
Because we have hip hop and there's not too many people that play instruments and shit like that and do other shit. We actually relying on our words.
Our lyricism is our instrument.
Yeah, it's our instrument. That is just cause for You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, it's bullshit. But we cause hip hop literally is talking, right? The rap essence of it is talking, right? And then, like, for better or worse, it started out as competitive and aggressive. So, like, whenever those things realign up, the culture's gonna fucking sink into it. Cause literally, that's the origin of it. Exactly. It's niggas talking, right? Whether it's some profound shit or some dumb shit, but it's niggas talking, and it started off as like aggressive. You know what I'm saying? So
that's gonna
when it lines up, and especially when it lines up with prolific figures, niggas are gonna be like. Earlier coming over, we established that to you, you're just like, I'm just me. So, like, you're not, like, all on yourself.
But you know
but
what
you're
the
not.
reality is?
Yeah, but you're not.
Let me say,
you're iconic, bro. So the people want it, like, they're gonna want to know.
But I mean, I don't know. You know, I don't know people's reasons for doing whatever they do.
Because you set a certain bar.
But when I'm making a record, I'm gonna be like, I know I'm setting up to try to hit a home run. When you feel the need that you want to make a record and you want to go at somebody and shit like that, you're in a whole different state of mind.
Yeah.
You're in a whole nobody.
That's a different animal.
Yeah, it's a different animal. It's kind of crazy. It's like boxing.
That's crazy. I always equated to boxing.
That's why
I
tuned in.
It's like knowing I'm about to go into this fight, and I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad. You know what I'm saying? So, but for however long it is, I'm gonna be swinging for the fences and fighting you.
I'm coming to beat you up, but it's not out of anger.
It's not out of anger.
It's for the art.
It's for the art. You know what I'm saying? It's the same shit. You know what I mean? It's crazy. I know you like, yo.
No. I'm linked in. I'm linked in.
Word, my nigga. It's crazy.
Nature, you gotta realize people love you and hate you and love you for the same reason.
People don't even know me.
Who hates you?
Let me say this.
I'm the dog. I'm in the shadows.
Let me say this.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Maybe hate is the strongest term.
Besides that mega dumbass incident or whatever, or space.
Yeah, but I don't
crime,
know who talks about that.
I mean,
I'll be honest. Like, I'll be for real. Mega has his fans, and Mega has a lot of fans.
And so does Nature.
And I don't know, but
you
don't. But it's not put into a system where you can actually see. Like, you know what I'm saying? We know unless I see you and we talking. It's not like you have Nature gear on, or there's any way I can calculate if you're a Nature fan.
That's the only reason why they don't have Nature
probably.
gear on, because Nature didn't put Nature gear out. When Nature does, I've seen you put out. I see you get behind the firm shirts, and guess what? When I saw the firm,
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about like if it's not put into a system and monopolized, where it's like Nature's doing shows or whatever, or actually putting out the music.
You're inclusive, Nature. If you stepped out, Nature, listen, you my bro.
That's who I'd be though.
But
Like,
Nature,
it's always
like,
is. So now all of a sudden I'm like,
No.
what the fuck?
You don't have to
that
be.
nigga?
Look, and I'm glad we getting on this part of the subject, because that was kind of low.
Right.
Like, I don't
Niggas
wanna,
would love you coming out
Nature.
though. Nature.
Where the beats at? Send
You're
the beats.
reclusive. Nature, I swiffle everything. I'm gonna get beats to you. You know, we've been ping ponging on that anyway, but I'm gonna keep it Greenberry, son. Like, what it is. And I had to start breaking out of this, because I ain't gonna lie, I was the same way. You're reclusive. You're so much of an artist. You so humble, right? That you don't look at it in the way that people are perceiving you. But at the same time, we just was talking about it on the way here, right? People look at artists, and they judge success now on money, right? We don't care about
perception.
that. Yeah.
It was just, yeah.
But at the same time, Nature, if you were more outgoing, so to speak, you would get a lot more, because niggas love you, and that's my point. Niggas kind of, not hate, niggas be tight with you, because you know what? I'm going to be honest. I'm gonna ask you the questions. I've watched many of your interviews.
Oh shit, yeah.
I'm gonna ask you the questions niggas don't ask you. They don't ask you the right questions.
Yeah.
They say, yo, Nature kills every feature. Why
That's why I say he's a standout on the
doesn't Nature put the same focus and intensity on a whole album?
I've had put whole albums out. I don't know what you're saying.
He
You mean
means
a whole song, a whole album of to your liking, or like to what my contribution. Hip hop has always just been about contribution.
I respect
how you gonna say the shit to me? I could argue to death that this is dope, and you might feel like this is not dope, but this is still hip hop to me. This is my contribution to the shit. I don't know what you, what I don't know what laid.
I think For All Seasons is classic.
I don't know. I took my time to kind of show you that I didn't really want to get put in a box. So like, what kind of artist would you say I am?
I would say this. I would say you're even without trying, you're a lyrical assassin. And the reason why I say that is because I know when a nigga's a lyrical assassin. Because guess what? I'm a lyrical assassin.
Oh yeah.
So I know another sword fighter, right? I know another assassin. Lyrically, you're an assassin. I only give certain people, certain artists that title. I give myself that title first. So it's not so much that you haven't made great contributions to hip hop, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna keep it Greenberry, beloved. On some yo, when a nigga hears bang, when a nigga hear the phone tap.
But even like For All Seasons,
when a certain competition is around you, you fight. Like, you don't go at them per se, but you go at the fight different. You go at the moment differently. I'm being honest, nigga.
That was ill right there.
I gotta be honest, son.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
That was ill.
But he was, but still, I know exactly what you're saying, right? But like, the reason why I think you're ill, right? Like the thing that makes you that separates.
I'm not trying to cut you.
There wasn't a question.
I wasn't. That was just like.
Listen.
Ooh.
That was a
all right.
statement.
Let me put in the question, or you put in the question for me.
Now, go ahead.
Why is it when you on a feature? Let's get to the game. Let's get to
that
you murder every feature. Murder it. Bar from bar, from the beginning to the end.
Even the whole project that he's on with other people.
But when you do an album, there are low moments and you get too laid back. Not because your contribution is any lesser. For some reason, your hunger, your intensity seems to lay back too much. Everybody know you the coolest nigga since motherfucking summer school,
probably in the beginning, it was sample clearance. In the beginning, it was songs being leaked. And the curse of you having the producers, you having the producers, but maybe you're not getting fed the right records that you feel that to change or whatever, right?
But you're choosing these records.
Maybe it's an artist running out of money and feeling like, yo,
the budget's exhausted.
Yeah,
we have to
put it out. Where we done, man,
I've been
bro.
there.
Where we have to put it out. We don't have another coin to waste.
Is that because you might have taken too long to write and the budget got exhausted?
No, not too long.
I gotta ask you, baby. I gotta ask you.
Maybe, in the beginning, like I said, just still learning how to put together songs or spending, like you said, when dealing with the track masters or dealing with a budget, maybe like having rented equipment in the studio or mad nights where you didn't finish the song or whatever. So the budget's getting eaten up that way. But for the most part, nah, my dude. It's like not just so many different fights going on.
Yeah, I feel you.
So many different fights going on, and you probably internally is like, yo, listen, I need to close this up so I can eat, so I can, figure out how I'm gonna, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. So a lot of times it comes out like that, whereas different kind of different discrepancies going on at the time where probably like the album, like I said, probably gonna shut it down. Like, yo, we gotta put it out now.
So you went through that with For All Seasons?
Yeah, for All Seasons, we recorded like 2 albums worth of shit. Half of the shit wound up on mixtapes, even without choruses or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Niggas like some of these DJs, man. I'm not even gonna no shout outs. Yeah, but they're putting it out straight off the press like that. You know what I mean? On the joint like that. So by the time it was time for me to put the album out, the songs people already knew them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this shit was bootlegged.
Yeah. People already knew them. So it was like, it was crazy.
How was your time in Bearville?
Bearsville was dope. Bearsville was dope. 50, Nori. You know, Bearsville was dope. 50 was one of the dudes that early on I knew he knew how to make songs and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Which one was?
What's your most memorable time from out there? Cause you say you wasn't a big picture nigga, right?
Yeah.
So you don't got all these visual representations from that moment, right?
Nah.
But what's a story, a dope ass story that you hold from that shit? Pardon me. From that moment.
A dope story.
A dope memory for you.
It was just so crazy because when we was in Bearsville, it's like I don't think we had no cars. I don't know how 50 got up there and all that, but I know that we came up there in company cars and shit like that. And it was like no stores or nothing. You know what I'm saying? It was Deers. That shit
I was watching Drink Champs. Nori was talking about that. He said like everything closed at 5. So if you ain't had no bogeys, if you ain't had no bogeys, I think he said if you ain't had no bogeys,
No Phillies,
you know it was done. So all you could do is make music.
Word. That's all it was. It's just like just different shit. And I was just like. I was having fun over there, man. I ain't even gonna front. I was doing all kinds
it was
of
focused.
shit.
You was able to focus. That's good.
I was unfocused like a motherfucker.
keep it funky.
Yeah, son, we got this fucking big ass house and shit. Fucking nice shit. This shit is all dope.
We watched the interview where you said half of the crib was 50.
Yeah,
half
we split
of
it. Hell yeah, we split it. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
Yeah, but I wasn't even. You know what I'm saying?
So you did the whole fall seasons over there?
Shit like that, huh?
You did the whole fall seasons over there?
I don't know.
So what'd you do over there? Project wise, you just fucked around.
I was mad records.
He's like nothing.
Nah, one of the dopest records that I like coming from Bearsville was Magic and Bird. Me and Nori.
Okay.
Yeah, me and Nori did that record over there.
Did you? Where'd you do this? So right, because my favorite thing about your style is you say some of the illest shit, but you say it in a relatable way, right? For instance, right?
Yeah, he modernizing it.
Nah, just like basically like a lot of times rappers say some dope shit, but it feels almost superhero-ish to where it's like unrelatable almost. But like I remember one of the lines that always stick with me, right? Because at the time I was literally fucking with some shorty. It was very similar to when I literally heard the line. Yeah. I died when you said she got a son, shorty 10 years old, he still shit on himself. No boy. Was that some real shit? Was that
Yo,
ball? Was
that's
that
crazy.
just some
Now,
sick shit?
you know, people ask me, I mean, if that whole story was fucking real, that shit ain't real.
I was going through that shit.
That's too real not to be real.
I credit myself on being a good storyteller. Nah, my nigga. I mean,
Who you saving right now?
That was one of my favorite records too because it just was so visual and shit like that. That was just a joke to me. I didn't know that. You know, I didn't have no shit like that.
Yo, incidentally, we talking about Bearville and the whole.
Just all my niggas was fucking with young shorties at the time. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Black and all these.
Oh, gracious. Yeah. Incidentally, speaking about Bearville and being there with 50 and the whole, you know, basically like being engulfed in the Trackmaster camp. Recently, not that long ago, there was an interview with Stout and
the Drink Champs shit.
Yeah, on the Drink Champs, and you know, Stout basically gave his perspective on why certain artists didn't blow outside, at least commercially and mainstream wise, outside of the supergroup thing. Like AZ, he made a comment about AZ, and it was very politically correct, but at the same time, if you look at the undertone of
I don't think it was politically correct.
It kind of was. He was basically saying AZ was dope, but when it came down to doing records outside of teaming up with Nas, he didn't have the same. He basically didn't have the same.
He didn't show up. Basically.
Shine. And I believe he said something about you too. I'm pretty sure you heard about it. Like Stout making a comment in terms of you when asked about you.
Yeah, like I forgot. I didn't see it.
You heard about it though.
Yeah, I heard. But man, I be lazy. I ain't gonna front. That's my own shit. Nigga.
That's
like,
the
yo,
most
Nate,
fucking
Nate
honest.
gonna be like, Nate, man, when he wanna show up, he show up. When he don't show up, that's life, man.
Yo,
Nobody's
you know
gonna be 100% on all the time. Sometimes this shit, I came into it being fun, and then it turned into business. I love the business. We love making money, but if I don't have, see, the difference is, it's not like you just so dope that you just fucking sell records and you're through the fucking roof. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have the fucking powerhouse behind you. You gotta have that shit. You gotta have the powerhouse behind you, and the powerhouse behind you has to be not of the same entity of as me. Like, you have to be able to push. Everybody didn't have
Nate,
the Steve Stouts.
in all
Steve
honesty,
Stouts.
but in all honesty, Nate, when you say that, I gotta keep agreeing. Like, you're right. You're 100% right in what you're saying. But then people will say, "Well, you had Steve Stout. You was in the same room with Steve Stout. You was in the same room. You was lined up with Trackmasters. At that particular time, the Trackmasters were the fucking primary producers of all the hits. How you don't got the machine behind you? Was it you being lazy, or was you not matching your artistry up to your business because maybe you didn't have that experience to know how to match it up at the time?"
No, it's always been like that, my nigga.
It sounds like you're talking sour.
It's always been like that because it's like, for me, there's always an analogy some kind of way of fuck.
Yeah.
It's like the Juice Crew, my nigga. Molly Mall is the nigga, right? But they was always happy. Kane was the golden child of it all, right?
Mm-hmm.
But as a matter of what, there was a Kane, there was always a Cool G Rap.
Mm-hmm.
And why couldn't he get pushed to that upper echelon type of shit? Like, so no matter what,
I think that's slightly different.
So no, because
Yeah, of course.
we're both. People feel that you're both lyrically dope. People feel like maybe as far as marketing, Nas would have been the better move to embrace and do it like that, right? So I'm just an extension of Nas's arm. So if Nas want to fuck with it, of course the doors open up, the carpet gets rolled out. But if Nas don't want to fuck with it, for whatever reason, whether it be business or personal, it doesn't matter. I'm still riding with you.
You're right. And I
I've just
get it.
become just the help. No matter how talented you are, because at the end of the day, Stout makes deals. He doesn't make the beats. So his thing is to take it to different avenues to create revenue for it. You know what I'm saying?
Which is dope too.
Which is dope. But I'm locked into it from just a musical standpoint. So I'm expendable.
At least you thought you was.
Well, in his eyes, I never felt that way.
I
But as far as investing all of his shit, it would have been wiser for him to fuck with it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But wait, that only makes sense because you came from by way of him anyway. So his first obligation would be there. I think the lineup was to be like for you to kind of peep that. Mm-hmm. And work your way in there. But you know what? What's done is done. My thing was like, how did you feel about Stout's response to you on the show?
I didn't see it.
You say he didn't see it.
Oh yeah. But no, you did say that. But I asked you. Did you
I want to go back to the era, right?
Okay.
I just don't like fake shit. You know what I'm saying?
All good though. I don't think, like I said, I don't.
What do you mean by that?
Just a lot of fake shit. A lot of shit it's different the way people might respond or act during an interview as opposed to
off camera,
off camera and shit like that. And especially when we're talking about years back then, people's memories may be a little bit
foggy.
Yeah, a little bit foggy or shit.
Would
like
you
that.
say from that whole period you talk about sample clearance issues, right?
Yeah.
And niggas leaking your shit,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then probably maybe I'm reading between lines like relationship woes or whatever, like with the people you came in or whatever. You think you got like sour with the game, and then like that took away from your hunger and desire to produce? Because I was always like, what you was right, like your shit's out there, you're always on everything mixtape wise, and your album dropped, and that shit was dope. I was fucking knocking that fucking, what was that, Code Red on fucking repeat. I'm in the streets with that record hard. And then it was like, where's nature?
I mean, it was just always it always seemed like it was never enough bullets to just spray everything down. It was just good enough to like make a couple records or make a song that could grab your attention or you know, try to get a little buzz, and then all of a sudden, like somewhere down the line internally, the lines will get crossed, and so it's like you don't have enough of this music. You know what I'm saying? That was always the case. It never was like, you know what I mean, we put together the right team of people that's gonna help me do it beyond the actual, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel
Beyond the actual what?
Like beyond actual just the making of the record. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you.
Wow, it's crazy. It's just different. Because it's like, once you have them, you're able to pull them strings, and you're able to get superstars, and you're able to connect, and you know what I mean, hit records and shit, like get made and shit. A lot of shit don't like be no accident. It don't just be like me versus the beat.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like some real shit going on.
Nah,
Like, you know
I got
what I
you.
mean? To put this together, like, you know what I mean?
Queensbridge now. Where you see Queensbridge now?
Queensbridge is always gonna be on the move. There's a lot of dope niggas out there, man.
Who you see right now out of Queensbridge?
That's dope.
Yeah.
My nigga GQ, my nigga King Shooter, all these niggas.
King
A lot of
Shooter.
these niggas, man. They got different vibes, and they got, you know what I mean, they marketable, they kind of understand in this game, but we was them. You know what I'm saying?
Good point.
We was them.
I haven't heard of GQ.
Was you signed? Rest in peace to Prodigy, man.
Yeah.
Were you signed to Prodigy at one point before he passed away?
Nah, not like signed to him.
Cause I heard something like that. Like you supposed to put out your album or something.
Yeah, we were supposed to do. I wanted to do one album. He wanted to do 2 albums.
Mm-hmm.
So I put out an album. And it was just pretty much just to use the print. It wasn't like he was too much involved in
Okay,
anything.
yeah.
It was like just giving
It was
me.
an alley-oop.
Yeah, like here.
All right, yeah,
just
because I
put
heard something
out.
about that, so I wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
Nature now, where you at now with it, beloved?
I'm still right here in the shadows, man. It's 2019, so I definitely, I seen the wave last year, and I seen how many people was putting music out, and I was definitely getting a little itch, but I didn't want to follow suit just because.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But you couldn't let it go.
Nah, it's just for me. It's just dedicating enough time to string them up. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
Have you been in the lab at all?
Yeah, I've been in the lab, man. I still do features. I still do all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? But as far as locking in and having a destined, like, yo, this is coming out this date. And
That's
this
not your
shit like
focus
that.
right now.
Nah.
You gonna get on this soundtrack? The Drive-By music soundtrack?
Yo, I love my bro. You know I was about to ask you.
Whatever, we can do it.
Yeah.
All right,
That would be there's artists that I'm happy to commit to getting on it.
Yeah.
There's a few that I'm like geeked to get on it. You're one of the niggas I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Let's do it.
Talk that slick talk shit on there.
Yeah, man.
There was I didn't even know that because I was locked away for a little grip, right?
Yeah.
I didn't even know y'all niggas had music together. So I came home and like I went fucking batshit
I think I was
crazy
telling you that.
on Tidal looking up his shit, and I saw like 2 records
Yeah, I was telling
that y'all did together.
One of them shits had littles on it too, right? Or just
The one I'm
other
talking
joints?
about,
Other joints.
y'all
Yeah,
talking
other
about
records.
like betrayal or some shit.
Nah, he's talking about the later joints. that we did more recently.
Nah, it was the joint I was is just y'all two.
I know, that's what I'm talking about,
Yeah. But I'm like, it was crazy because I'm like, I didn't even know y'all had a relationship like that. But once I saw like a few joints, it was to me obvious that y'all had a relationship like that, and I'm like, that shit's dope. Because I always wanted y'all niggas.
Had a tight bond that was not necessarily broadcast.
Yo, you know what's crazy? You know what I want to ask you?
What's up?
How many times for how many years have we ever talked about a QB tour that never materialized, that everyone always was
countless, and that's why questions like these are important. You know why? Because everybody wants to know, why did Rome fall, in a sense, and it hasn't fall in terms of the individual artists. We still do our things respectfully, but people were looking for the empire because they assumed that we were all lined up as one because we come from the same area.
Because it's always going to be more lucrative to be the boss than to be the soldier. Nobody wants to put the work in like that. Of course, everybody wants to reap the benefits, because right now, all it takes is a few likes and a few clicks, and it looks like I'm doing something. And you know what I mean? And perception is so crazy right now that right now, if I don't have something that costs way more than what the fuck you got, I'm not doing it. I'm not successful.
That's what, and that's what's crazy.
Real plastic.
Because when you're a true boss, you know how to, in a sense, follow lead and follow good direction. So when you're not a true boss, your insecurities get in the way. So it's not like everybody, being a boss, like, because you got to know when to follow direction, man. A true boss knows that. And there's no discrepancy, there's no conflict within itself.
That tour needs to get done, bro.
He knows who he is.
That tour needs to get done.
I think one of the main people who can help pull the tour together, that may not necessarily be his interest, because he doesn't need it.
Who's that?
Nas. Let's be real. The only
No.
It can't. We have to all be aligned for that shit to work.
Let me tell you something, man.
As
you get older, when you're getting into something and you're devoting your attention to it, most of the time is the money. It's financial, it's for financial gain, right? So then would you do it and then feel alright if you feel like, damn, I only did this for the check, of knowing that, you know what I'm saying, whatever, I didn't survive this long, or whatever. I think in my eyes, it would seem like that would make sense, but in my eyes, it would take somebody that's not even one of the artists or one of the entities involved. It would take somebody that doesn't rap. It would take somebody that...
To pull it together?
Yes.
No, but I think he's saying that it would, like, Nas would have to be a part of it, right?
And the reason why I say this is, and you know what? If you look into what I'm saying, I actually think that Nas would at some point be down for it, right? Because I think so.
You don't think so?
I do. You know why?
I think so.
I can tell.
I think he's better off. I think he's more comfortable with the standpoint of trying to get these young dudes the opportunity to get out there that's not tarnished yet. Like with us, at the end
I
of the
don't
day,
think he's that close-minded.
Nah, but it's...
And I think he has too much passion to even if it doesn't materialize.
It would have to make sense.
It makes sense.
You talking about financially? It would have to make sense.
It would make sense for hip hop.
That's what I mean. Legacy.
Duh.
It would make sense for hip hop.
Nature. Duh. Of course.
But sometimes in this new wave of Nas definitely got the hot streak going on with the investments going on and a lot of shit going on. I don't know if the drive, the clashing of egos, money, it's a lot of shit where it's like, to do it right, everybody's so much of a perfectionist and everybody's so much of a boss.
I think dudes would fall in line, and I think he would be
Puff
with it.
could do it.
Outside of money.
It would have to be.
I think his passion supersedes money.
Let me tell you how a QB tour would have to be. It would have to be set up where there's no more than 2 artists a night, right? For a certain amount of nights, where it'd be like, this night you might get Trash.
That'd be whack though.
No. That have to be that way, because
why though?
Because first of all, we all been in the game 20 years. So how many fucking songs you think we're gonna be standing up there trying to fucking do?
At least
You know what I'm
fucking 20 to 20 minute sets.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think the consumer, the world, right, will want it. Like, if they're not experiencing Queensbridge inclusively, like that Bad Boy tour.
Yeah, but Nas would have to embrace the whole type of shit and become that entity like Puff. It would have to be Queensbridge.
I think he already
it would
is.
be Queensbridge slash.
I think he already
firm
is,
slash anything that he's been attached to.
Yeah.
You have to move him like that.
But it could be easily done though.
Let's do this. Let's
Firm. Well, Havoc, but
push the agenda. Let's push the agenda.
Don't act like I'm the only one that's sitting over there going, yo, nigga.
Nobody said that.
No,
Nigga.
but
Cut it out, nigga.
You gotta look at it
I
like,
think it could be done, bro. Like,
It can be
and
done.
I think it needs to be
stubborn.
everybody for it to really work.
Let's continue this build, man. Like, hopefully this won't be the last time you on Drive-Bys.
Let's try to get this done that tour.
Yeah,
Come on,
but at the same
son.
time,
I want
before
all
that,
the money.
let's get this music done. Let's get it. We all with that.
yeah, let's get
All
some
right?
music.
Anything you want to say to the people out there
Yo,
right
man,
now?
check me out on the motherfucking gram, yo, the real nature, yo. I need my followers up, man, because y'all, these little niggas don't understand what time it is, man. I need to go over there and get up there with these big niggas. There's no way in the hell that, you know what I'm saying, that y'all should be so blind out there realizing what's real and what's fake. Right now, you're in the presence of realness, man. My nigga, tell a friend and tell a friend.
You on Twitter too?
I'm on Twitter. It's the same shit, the real nature. THE, not duh, not no dumb shit, yo.
Wow, he just shot me. I'm Castro Dunkin on there. That's some dumb shit.
I'm gonna say this, man. I'm honored to have you riding
that's what's
shotgun,
up.
man. We honored to have you riding shotgun, man.
Word is born,
man.
word is
For
born.
all seasons,
It's
nation.
Word. For real. NYC, you know what I'm saying? Y'all already know.
And the 4-part EP was dope.
Oh,
Yeah, facts.
Seasons
Yo,
change,
we
you
go
know
to
what I'm
bathroom.
saying? Word, seasons change, all that shit, my nigga. We still talking, it don't even map.
Yo, I really do appreciate this shit. This shit is big. As big as you say the Spree Rail moment was for you, like, oh shit, niggas, you know what I'm saying? That shit's dope for you. I think you need to view yourself as big as the hip hop community views you, and see that your input, your continued input in the game is needed, bro.
I mean, sometimes it just takes for me to hear, cause I forget, like, you know, what you say, I'm recluse, nigga. I don't give a flying fuck. You know what I'm saying? When you see me, I'm in the.
People want more nature, man.
Exactly.
People
That's
want
dead
more
ass,
nature.
bro.
All we need to do is
I ain't
You gotta
even
give
holding
a
you.
fuck. You
I ain't
gotta
even
give a
holding
fuck.
What type of shit you wanna, you know what I mean?
They
Just
just
that
want
nature
you.
shit.
They just want you.
That's slick shit, my
What type
nigga.
of shit? They just want nature shit.
Yeah, niggas be like, yo, my nigga.
Huh?
Go ahead,
Nah, I just had to get that out, like, yo, my nigga, you're needed, bro.
You gotta close the shit.
If you don't have nothing to say, that's one thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate niggas that rap just to rap. But when I look at you and when, like, speak, especially when the camera wasn't even on,
Yeah.
that slick shit was still coming out. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, so I know you still got something to say. That's why I felt you may have got sour with the game.
I mean,
With the business of it. I know artist-wise, you still got something to say. I don't think if you didn't have something to say, I don't think you would be in the car right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, artist-wise, I don't think you would be riding shotgun if there still wasn't something inside to say.
nah, right, you right. There's always gonna be something to say.
And you got fans, bro.
It's always gonna be. Yeah, man. I apologize to niggas that's like, yo, what the fuck? I just need some dope ass shit, and I
got
just
some
need to
producers.
lock in, bros.
I got some producers.
I just need to lock in. Like I said, man, I just went through some rough shit. You know what I mean? My mom's lost some family shit, so that shit had me out the loop.
You lost your
But no
mom's?
excuse.
You
Yeah,
said
no
it?
excuse. Yeah.
I lost my mom's. You should probably know that. Me and Trash lost our moms at 01, so sorry for your loss, no bullshit, bro. This was like recent?
Yeah, like going on a year now. Less than a year.
With me, sometimes it feels like it was still yesterday. It was 01.
Yeah.
And then even when it first happened, like within like a short amount of time, it felt like man, you know what I'm saying? It's like a weird time thing, like where it's never old, and then that should have never. I know what that is, what that's like. I advise if you don't mind me adding this on, bro, put that. My greatest art came off of like me just spilling my shit out. Whether you give it to the world or not, release that shit on the track. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
You may not even let nobody hear it. But if you do, even if you don't want me to let nobody hear it, I would want to hear it. I'm a super fan of you, my nigga.
I think I'm the king of the unfinished records. Right. I don't think there's a rapper around that could touch me.
Pac.
Right.
Pac had a lot of unfinished shit.
Unfinished records, boy. Verse here, verse there, shit that you done forgot about. Somebody play it for me after they done touched it up, and you be like, oh shit, I forgot about that shit. That should be crazy.
But you really interested in getting back in the studio and working?
Yeah, if I could, yeah.
I got some dope producers.
I like
and I know niggas will be gassed to send something for you.
Yeah, I need to
Yo, Spliffed Out. He's Spliffed Out. He's like one of Stevie J's, like, you know what I'm saying, main producers, and he's dope. He can make any type of beat.
You know exactly.
Of course, that nigga. Yeah. Yo, don't stop doing this, my nigga.
I don't know.
I'm telling. Listen,
nigga, I just need some
niggas,
dope.
Niggas fuck
shit,
with
nigga.
you, bro.
I need some dope ass shit.
Yo, Spliffed Out. Master plan. Yeah. Jump in the inbox, send some shit that, cause for this drive-by music shit, but also just flood this shit, cause I'm trying to get more nature. You know what I'm saying? That's real shit. You're one of the niggas that really spit that shit, and then when I get around, I'm not disappointed that I'm around. You understand what I'm saying? For real, y'all appreciate it, and I hope this ain't the last time. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, we can do it again, definitely. You know,
now that we had like a version where we get, you know what I'm saying, like your like your perspective from you, right, on shit. I'm gonna want a episode, right, where it's kind of like we're talking about like the current state of hip hop.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Where it's almost kind of like you're like a guest host where we talking about the culture. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Cause like me, this was important to like I want to dive into your story from you, so it's not like I'm watching other people talk about you or something, and then now it's like I want to see a perspective on what's going on in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I would love to do that the next time around. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, definitely we can do it.
We got nature in this motherfucker. Inshallah, it will not be for the last time, man. As far as I can do it, I'm gonna try to get this nigga in the studio, man, because I know y'all would love to hear this nigga, man. Once again, I appreciate it, my nigga.
Do it.
Straight out.
Hell yeah, get them beats flowing, man.
Bang, bang.